Hi, it's Friday, the 1st of December 2017, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. So, it's December, right? So, for the whole of December, the 12th of December is a 3. So, in the root of the life map, we're always going to have whatever the day number is, then we're going to have a 3, and then we're going to have the 1 for 2017. And that is, of course, all going to change in January. But a 12 in Jinshin Jitsu came into the universe meaning surrendering my will to divine will. Now, you could take that literally and to say, thinking that, surrendering your will to God's will for you, or you can take that as surrendering your will to karma or destiny, or actually even just universal law. So my understanding is that when you surrender your will to the will of the universal laws, in other words, when you actually appreciate that you can't have challenge without support, that you can't have pleasure without pain, that you can't get good without bad, that you can't have health without some sort of disease, that you can't have happy without sad, and you start to manage that, and you acknowledge and feel your emotions, and you are in touch with what the messages of your body and your sociology, in other words, the people around you and your environment are telling you. And when you appreciate that you are a reflection of everything else, and that every person in your life is mirroring something of yourself to you, then that is surrendering your will to divine will. So this month, we have an opportunity. We have a whole month, 31 days, to actually align ourselves with those principles. So today's a 1, right? And 1 came into the universe meaning the prime mover. Safety engine lock number 1 in Jinshin Jitsu is located on the inside of the knee. And the inside of the knee is the first part of the body that moves into the future when you take a step. So it is the initiator. It is the one that takes us into the future. It is the creation of the new. So today we have the ability to resonate with any new ideas that we want to birth, with creativity so that we can find the new ideas, new projects, new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new habits. Everybody waits until January, right, before they do all that New Year's resolution malarkey and then try and change their habits. Well, actually, today is a good opportunity to start working on whatever it is that you think you'd like to change in order to make, 2018 or 2019 or the next 5 years of your life different. So if you want different outcomes, then you have to actually be different, and that usually entails behaving differently. And today is a good time to start that. So we've got, in the life map today, the numbers are 1, 3, 1. So 1s are air numbers, and they're of the intellect and analysis and thinking. And 3 is a fire number. It's about creativity. 3, yesterday was the 30th, remember? 3 is the waltz. It's the connector. It is movement and expansion. And it is associated with creativity, as I said before. And it's the long-term strategist. It's the person who can see the end result and then put a strategy in place in order to achieve that. So again, that aligning our will with divine will ties into that, because when we are truly aligned with who we are, then we can connect to who we really are, and then what we do in the world and the goals we set are a reflection of that. Now, having said that, having 2 airs and a fire in the and then an air in the euro, and we've got lots of air and fire in this life map today. So that means the energy might potentially be all over the place. You might get into that December rush kind of feeling. So you might be irritable. You might find that your ego is extremely sensitive, that your feelings are tremendously easily hurt, that you take offense really easily, that you become really fiery, okay? And that's okay. So, if you've got to blow your top and if you've got to lose it today, that's all right. You can experience the emotion, but remember, how you express that emotion depends on you. You can actually control your reaction to it. So just know that there's quite a lot of fire and volatility up there today, around us today, actually not up there, within us and around us. So we need to be aware of that, so that when we find ourselves flying off the handle needlessly, we can actually connect to that and take a deep breath and just calm down, right? So the 1 of 2017 is, again, be stepping into that creation of our best self. So today we really have an opportunity to integrate, to set the long-term goals that are aligned with what is really important to us, which is aligned with what is important to the essence of who we are, and help us move into that future that we want to create. The hero of today is a 5. Now that's amazing because 5 is an adapter, all right? So 5 is the inventor. So now you can take that creativity and you can take that creative energy that's driving you forward, and you can invent new ways of being or seeing the world or behaving or relating to people or dealing with your relationships or growing your business or whatever the case may be. 5 is very adaptable. 5 is very adaptable to change. So today we really have the energy that enables us to initiate the changes that we want to make and to adapt to them. In other words, being able to cast off the old in order to put on the new. That's what 5 actually means. And so 5s are particularly good at that. So we really are lucky to have that going for us today. And then the villain of today is the 6. So that's another fire number. So only air and fire in the top line of that life map today. And the 6 in this particular position is a lack of balance. So we run the risk today of too much head, not enough heart. There's no water. So to actually feel those feelings and acknowledge the feelings and get in touch with the feelings might be particularly difficult. Or we might find ourselves being overwhelmed by the feelings. My dog was sick in the night, and so when I saw her this morning, she just looked so miserable, she burst out crying. I'm thinking, this is a complete overreaction. The dog's actually going to be okay, right? However, that is part of what is potentially going on today. So either being cut off from our emotions or being overwhelmed by our emotions when we least expect it. So safety energy lock number 1 is located on the thumb. Holding your thumb helps you to balance and harmonize your worry and anxiety. Also brings balance between the stomach, which is the thinking function, and the spleen, which is the feeling function. And basically helps to harmonize digestion so that you can digest and you can ruminate and you can break down these new ideas that you have so that you can actually implement them. Please be sure to earth yourself today if you can, because there's very little earth around in the life map, and that will help to curb the volatility. So eat protein, root vegetables, cooked food. Put your hands in some soil if you can, work in the garden, or walk on the lawn barefoot, or lie on the ground. Anything that actually helps to earth and integrate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.